Hello, hobby friends. I'm always kind of reluctant to make update videos where I just talk about me. I'm not that guy, you know. I don't like to nobody ever cares about what you're gonna do. And no one ever cares about, why you didn't do anything. You just got to do your stuff. You just got to get your work done and then you don't got to talk about it. And that's kind of how I like to roll most of the time. But that's not what's going on now because some things have gone on around here, and I have enough of you with me now that I feel like I kind of owe you something. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for subscribing. If you're a subscriber, I'm glad you're here, and I don't want to leave you hanging. And so everything's fine, everything's cool, but just update because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, where are the battle reports? They're coming back, but just a recap first. December was December was bad. December was bad for us. Papa Nurgle is winning in my beautiful town. I love the place I live. I love the people in my community. It's the greatest place on earth, I swear to God. But just everybody's sick here. Everybody's sick here right now. And my children got sick, and then I got sick, and then Farseer got sick, and there's no making battle reports at that point. You gotta not just for your own health. I mean, nobody over here was dying or anything like that, but you gotta combat plague by not spreading it and having your friends over for Warhammer, and then they take the illness to their work and spread it around, and that's just not cool. And so we missed weeks of games, right? So we got together last week Wednesday and we played 3,000 points. And no, I don't get to post that game that we played, but here's a little bit of footage from it. It was a very good game. The Farseer read the battle far better than I did. But we don't play 3,000 points, and he saw in his mind what he was going to do, and he used the vastness of his numbers to completely box out the battlefield and limited where my deep strikers could come and really limited my whole game plan. He backed me into a corner the whole game. He scored 100 points. He absolutely shellacked me. It was a good game. The battlefield was good. The armies were good. However, for reasons I cannot explain, a bunch of the footage of that battle report was unusable. And I tried to cut around it. I thought about narrating over top of it. I thought about putting text in. I cut it all out, and then nothing made sense anymore. And eventually I got so frustrated I scrapped it. And I'm sorry about that because this was a good one. This is one I really wanted people to see because I had all the Space Marines on the table, and there was tons of Eldar, and also it was significant because of my friend the Farseer. But anyway, that game does not make it to YouTube. It was a good game, but it was corrupt, and I can't put it up. Now, the Farseer, my friend the Farseer, who is kind of the reason I get to have a YouTube channel because I have a friend to play Warhammer with. He is not just a Warhammer nerd. He is a very busy guy. He's kind of a superhero. I am often amazed at the amount of stuff that guy does. And here at Starcrunch YouTube, we have a policy that's no names, no faces. We're very into being anonymous over here, and that's because he's well, not just him. I have children that I'd like to protect as best I could, but he's so busy, so many places, does so many things, and just the Warhammer hat is just one hat that guy wears. And it's amazing to me that he's played Warhammer with me once a week for years now. Years now. We've been playing together forever. But being the busiest guy in the world, living a very real life, one of the other hats that he wears has pulled him away. And it's a good thing. There's nothing bad going on. We're super proud of the Farseer. He is not just respectable, he's admirable. He's a good dude. And he's got a busy life. And so there's something he's got to do right now. Again, we're private about everything, so not going to talk about it. But he's got to step away for a little bit. He'll be back. And when he comes back, I don't know how regularly he'll get to come back because, again, he's living that superhero life. But he'll be back. But we're not going to see him for probably a couple months. And so I was talking to the Refuser about it, and I was like, Refuser, I think I'm becoming a hobby channel because I'm not going to be able to play games because I don't have any, other game friends other than the Farseer. And the Refuser's like, well, the heck with that. And the Refuser's decided that she's going to step up and she wants to play. And I'm a little frightened because she's a force of nature. And on the tabletop, she's a force of Nurgle. And so we filmed that yesterday, and it was a good time. It was a good vibe. We kept the game small because this is her first game of 10th edition. She played a little bit of 9th, played a little bit of 8th. She's played some Dungeons and Dragons. She's played a fuck ton of Star Wars Epic Duel. She's a gamer for sure. But we played yesterday, and it was pretty all right. But anyway, that's what's going on. It's changed the way I'm thinking about things. The first thing I'm thinking about is when I play with the Farseer, we're going to play some Warhammer. We're going to put down big armies, and we're going to challenge each other. But playing with the Refuser, that's very different. We're playing more narrative games. And so playing against the Farseer, I was focused on what's next. Well, I should get my Tau up to 2,000 points because I can be competitive with them. And then I should get my Orcs up to 2,000 points because, everybody loves Orcs, right? But now that I'm playing with the Refuser, I expect to be playing, smaller games. So now I'm thinking about my Rogue Trader crew. That is literally my love, my favorite models to play with. And then my Inquisition. And I have Primaris Marines. And I have my Chaos Marines, not Nurgle, my Slaanesh force. And none of that is at 500 points yet. But all of that is in the house. And so I think that that's something that I'm going to be working on. I've often tried to make hobby videos, and I'm bad at it. I think making hobby videos is its own art form. But I may try to get some hobby videos going because I'm proud of my models. I'm proud of the work I do. And if I can figure out how to film it, I would very much like to show that off. And maybe, just maybe, that's coming up. But anyway, that's what's happened. That's where we've been. That's where we're going. We were very ill for a while. The Farseer has a wonderful opportunity. He's going to step away for a little bit. The Refuser is playing games. We have a bunch of hobby stuff coming up. And I'd like to do more with it because I didn't know that I would love being a Warhammer YouTuber. I had no idea. We kind of did it, on a whim when we started a couple of years ago. And I immediately fell in love with it. And it's all I want to do now. I never want to go to bed. It's late at night now. I hate going to bed because there's more to do. The Refuser, she paints like a beast, right? But she doesn't build any of her own models. I build her models. And so we have a bunch of Nurgle coming. I just finished a Plague Burst Crawler and Typhus. I have Death Shrouds on the desk. I have a third-party Great Unclean one from Heresy Miniatures, which might be the most beautiful model I've ever seen. That will be part of the Nurgle Force. Then there's a lot of Death Guard coming, too. Holy cats. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on over here with Nurgle and Death Guard. And then, anyway, I'm prattling on and on now. I don't think I have much of a point anymore. Thank you for watching. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope everyone's doing really well. Thank you for being here. We'll see the Farseer again in a couple of months. He's just got to go be a busy bee and get ready for the Refuser because she's a force of nature. Thank you for watching Starcrunch. I have more coming for you this weekend. Everybody have a nice day.